The darkest places of hell are reserved to those who maintain their neutrality in times of crisis. Hello and welcome back to the channel. As you can see in the title, this is my review of Inferno by Dan Brown, the fourth book in the Robert Langdon series. Wasn't planning on reading this in October. I think I might have read it in November, December, or later, but I finished The Lost Symbol, and I have my review on my channel, and I just wanted more. I loved the writing. I went through it so quickly, so I picked up Inferno. Yeah, there's other books on my TBR I could be reading, but I just wanted to read something before Daughter of the Deep comes out Tuesday. Yeah, so this is my review for it, just a quick review. It will be spoiler-free, like you can see in the title. First, I should tell you what it is about, then what if I liked it or not. The book is about a Harvard professor named Robert Langdon, hence Robert Langdon series, who wakes up in this hospital bed. His memory is fuzzy, he has amnesia, and he has no idea where he is, and he's like, what the heck is happening? He has a bullet in his head, and then someone is after him. Someone comes into the hospital and comes after him. He has no idea. So that's how the book starts, and that's how it continues. You'll have to find out the mystery, so I don't want to say anything more, because people could say more, but I just want to keep it like that. A lot of mystery there. Did I like it? Definitely. This was definitely probably my favorite or second favorite in the Robert Langdon series. Da Vinci Code is probably my first, maybe. I just really enjoyed it. The villain of the story was very, very unique to his other books, and very memorable and very real in that sense. The villain of the story had motives that you could go say behind, like, yeah, I agree with him, but he's not doing the right means. That's the kind of villain, and I love stories with those villains, because villains like Sauron in Lord of the Rings, or Voldemort in Harry Potter, they just want to kill, or Voldemort wants to read a prophecy and he wants to kill. Like, this villain, he's different, he's real, he's like a real person, but the means of solving a stress or an anxiety that he has about the world, he's doing it not the right way. So I love that. That's why I love this villain so much, and I think it's probably my favorite villain of all the four books in this series. This book is about it brings up a lot about Dante's Inferno, which a book I haven't read, but it seems very popular. On the cover is Dante, if you don't know who that person is. I didn't know before I read it. And it brings up a lot of history of the paintings like by Botticelli, who did a painting of Inferno, and also just the book. It brings a lot of passages from the book, and without even reading it, you learn so much about history of Dante in Italy, and his lovers and other artists who painted scenes from Dante's Inferno. I said this in my Lost Symbol, and this is why I love Dan Brown's books so much, is that you learn so much, yet it's very interesting. It's like if you had the best history teacher, and they made it fun, and they dressed up, and it's just the best history lesson that I could honestly ever have. Yeah, so that's main reason why I love these books so much, and main reason why I love Inferno so much. The villain and the history, and even if you don't really want it, like it, you can ignore the history and forget about it. And the thriller mystery aspect to the story is very intriguing. There's plot twists at every point, and if you're not a smart person like me, you really don't catch them. And I think really smart people won't catch them, because they are really good plot twists. Overall, I quite enjoyed this book. I think I would put it at 4.5, maybe. I don't think it would be a 5-star. I put Lost Symbol. I think I put Lost Symbol at 4.5. So I think I'll put it at 4.5 too. Now I'll do what I didn't like, or what other people didn't like, and I'll just say like my opinion on that. So I was reading Goodreads opinions or reviews on the book, just to see what other people thought of it, and it had a surprisingly low rating of, I think, only 3.5, like an average. So I just read the reviews, and I think most of the people's reviews and critiques about it was that it's just a formula of the other books. They say that all 4 books are the same, and you could just make it's just a formula. Someone put like a Mad Lib thing where you like put insert the name or things inside. So their critiques for Dan Brown just uses the same formula over and over again for all his books. But my counter to it, my rebuttal to that, is that you can't review a book on past books or the books before it. You can't do that. Like, you're reviewing this book and not the books that came before. Yes, you can say like, oh yeah, it was the same book like it was before, but they're completely different books. It'd be different if it was the second Harry Potter book. That the second Harry Potter book is exactly like the first one. You can critique it on that, but these books, yeah, they're in a series, but they don't. The Inferno doesn't talk about Lost Symbol at all. You don't get one mention that Robert Langdon had an adventure in Washington. There's no talk about it. So you could read these books out of order, and it doesn't matter. There's no series. There's no learning that Robert Langdon goes through. Because there were a few points in this book where I was like, if he remembered what happened in the Lost Symbol, then he could have went through the situation better. So my just thought is that you can't really critique it that it's a formula of the past books. If this was your first book that you read of Dan Brown's or the Robert Langdon series, then you wouldn't have that critique. So you just have to look at it like it's your first book in the series. So that's just my rebuttal. Yes, I understand it. So that might be one of my critiques too. This is my 4th book in the series, and yeah, they are very formulaic. So that's just one of my critiques, one small critique, that if you're going to read the series, I would just keep in mind that they are a bit formulaic, but I thought Inferno started a lot differently. The villain was a lot different than the past villains, so I think Inferno is actually the biggest jump from the past 3 books, because I thought the last 3 books were pretty similar. So yeah, that was just my quick review. Quite enjoyed it. I think I put it at 4.5. And tell me if you've read it. Tell me if you want to read it. Yeah, I think I might I'll go watch the movie sometime. And I don't know if I'll do a movie review. I don't know. Maybe. Darla's Deep comes out 26. So keep your heads up for a review of that. That's coming this week. Sorry for only 1 video a week. I just have like literally no time. So yeah, thanks for listening. This has been my review of Inferno by Dan Brown. Thanks for listening, and see you next time.